Hey guys, this is part 2 of time series analysis. If you have not seen the first part of time series analysis, then you will find the link in the description below. Last week, I showed you how to forecast data using clicks. We did not write a single line of code and we forecasted the gold prices until December of 2021. Today, we take one step further and we use advanced techniques to forecast your data. We will use the SQL queries, and you may wonder, why are we using SQL queries if we can do everything without writing code, right? The reason is your data is going to have dimensions and measures. You will generate forecast, but then you will want to filter your data to look at a specific dimension. This will all make sense once we look at the data set on my screen. So let's jump over to my screen and see what we got here. Okay, so I have this recipe that you can see on my screen. This is my sample data set. Let's look at the sample data set. Okay, so it has the order ID, it has the subcategories, categories, shipping date, customer information, the name of the product, city, order date, and so on. If you have seen my previous example or previous video, you know that we always aggregate the data by a particular date dimension, for example, year and month. So I want to forecast the quantity, and I've aggregated the quantity, and my grouping is order date. So I'm grouping it by month and by year. And then finally I apply transformation. So I apply time series forecasting, and let's look what we have done here. So in time series forecasting, we group dates by year, month, and we specify the column which is the order date year. We also specify the order date month as the month. We do not apply seasonality. We let Tableau CRM decide the best seasonality pattern, and we are forecasting for 3 months in future. We are also forecasting the quantity, and then we click apply, and then it generates the output that looks like this. It has the order, month, date, sum of quantity, and the forecast that is generated by Tableau CRM. So we'll see that 3 months of forecast has been generated. Now let's head over to this lens. Now as you can look in this lens or in the data set, you do have subcategory, category, customer name, and so on. Unfortunately, the forecast is not generated for every subcategory or for every category. The forecast is by your year and month. So it is looking at the historical patterns for all the subcategories or all the categories or all the zip codes, and then projecting what is going to happen in future. Now, if you're a product manager or if you are responsible to predict sales, you may actually want to understand, okay, what is my sale going to look like for furniture 3 months from now? Or what is my sales going to look like for let's say subcategory phones or subcategory binders? This is where recipes is not going to work, and this is where you need SQL query. So what we'll do in this video is we'll use SQL query, and we'll do the exact same things, but we will generate a lens, we'll put that lens into a dashboard, and then we will apply filters, and we'll show you how SQL query can allow you to filter the data and generate forecast 3 months going forward. So we were looking at the sample superstore data, and again, just to revisit, let's click on the values table and see what columns we have. So we have order ID, subcategories, categories, and so on. We will start writing SQL code now. I do not like to write SQL code from scratch. So a shortcut for you or a tip for you is try to do as many things using clicks, and then add only those lines of code that are necessary. So we'll see how we can do that. So first thing that I want to do is I want to go to the chart mode, and I want to arrange this by year and month, and I want to do sum of quantity. Okay, so very simple to understand. We have data going back from 2014. This is grouped by year and month, so it tells me how much quantity was sold in the month of January in 2014 until 2017 December. Okay, now to go into the query mode, I can just simply click on this, and the query is already pre-written for me. So it tells me that it is grouped by order date, year, and all the information is filled out. This is a great starting point, because now we can start writing our information, right? Start writing our code to generate that time series analysis so that we can filter the data accordingly. So first thing that I'm going to do is I am actually going to write this. For each Q, generate order underscore date underscore year, comma, order underscore date underscore month, comma, sum of quantity as quantity. Okay. You're probably wondering why I did that. So let me comment out this code. That way it makes sense. Okay. Okay. So if I do this, I get information like this, and this is very similar to what we did in recipes, where we aggregated it by year and month. So for every date year, we are getting 284, 159, and so on. Now, the next thing that we do is we don't actually know if any of the year or month combination is missing. So what we will do is now we'll fill this entire data set with any missing year and month information. We don't have to go looking for it. There is a function that Tableau CRM has, and we are just going to use that. Okay, so let me add that. So Q equal to, we're going to fill Q by date year is order year, comma, order date month, comma, y, comma month. Y, comma month, because we have information in year and month. Okay, semicolon, run query. We're going to get the same information, right? Where if any information was missing, it would add that information. Now this is done. It's time to actually generate time series forecast. So Q equal to time series. This is the function that we want to use to generate time series. So we want to generate time series on Q, which is the data set that we are using. Generate, let's call this column forecasted quantity with, let's generate 3 months worth of data. So length equal to 3. It's going to ask us date calls or date column. Year, not year, year, comma, and again the same thing. Okay, I'm going to remove comments here because here you can see, right, here the information is, you have the entire year and then you have month listed out in rows. What we actually want is, we want to see 2014-01, 2014-02, 2014-03 in its individual columns, which is what this particular line 6 code does. The only change that we are going to do is we are going to we already have quantity, so we don't need quantity. Let's call this quantity and let's remove as, we already have that, comma, we also need forecasted quantity, right? So let's do forecasted quantity. Let's remove this, let's remove this and run it. Okay, that's it. This will generate your forecast. So as you can see, we have generated forecast for the month of January 2018, February 2018 and March 2018. So just to recap, I just want to add certain columns here so that you understand what were the additional things that we added. So this particular piece was already there. Tableau CRM generated that code for us. We added this line of code was added. Okay, we also added filled any missing dates, and here we applied time series function, and then finally here we replaced the variables to show quantity and forecasted quantity. So really we generated forecast with additional 3 lines of code, right? Tableau CRM generated majority of the code for you. We only added 3 lines. Again, 3 lines were not too complex to add. We displayed the data by year and month, we filled out any missing dates, and we applied time series forecasting. That's it. Okay, so I'm going to run this query once again. Okay, I'm going to save this query. I'm going to call it sample store time series prediction. Okay, click on save. Let's clip this to a designer. Okay, let's add this here. Let's actually make it into a line chart, and let's put everything onto a single axis. Awesome. Okay, and let's expand this chart. Okay, so as you can see, these are the 3 additional months that were generated by our forecast. So now we should be able to filter this information, right? So if I go here, let's add category and create, and let's preview it now. So as you can see, I have option to select category. So just to test, this says it is 939 forecasted quantity for all categories. Let's see what the forecasted amount is for furniture. For furniture, it is 178. For office supplies, it is 536. And for technology, it is 200. So as you can see, it is so simple to generate time series forecasting. If you want to look at an aggregated data, if you don't want to apply filters, then please use recipes. But if your users, your end users, want to see forecasted data and they want to filter that information by categories, by products, by zip codes, by cities, then use SAQL code. Again, we saw how easy it was to use SAQL code. We just applied 3 additional lines of code and generated 3 months of forecast. If you want to generate 6 months of forecast or 9 months of forecast, then all you have to do is change the number from 3 to whatever, or how many ever more months of forecast you want to generate. So make use of this. This is a very powerful feature. Please like, subscribe this video. Tell me what are the other areas of Tableau CRM that you want me to cover. Add in your comments if you were able to use this. If you had any difficulty using the SAQL query, please put that in the comment section. I do check them regularly, so I'm happy to help you with this. With that, we'll post some new videos in the upcoming week on Tableau CRM again, and have a great rest of the day. Thank you. Bye.